How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we're on another episode of iZombie with episode number 3. As these first 2 episodes have been pretty impressive so far, I'm really loving the characters and, of course, the situation that's surrounding Liv. And we got a great episode last time around where we went to confront Blaine, who I assume is going to be, of course, the main antagonist for at least this season. Yeah, we had him and Liv have a bit of a reasonable discussion, I'd say, especially after he is kind of the main responsibility to Liv becoming a zombie. So yeah, but yeah, we had him and Liv, of course, they're in the same predicament, and like I said, there was a reasonable discussion between the pair. So yes, we got to learn a lot more, I guess, of the characters and their traits as we're just, of course, beginning this show, which has been pretty ace so far. So I'm looking forward to continuing this show. So with that said, let's get into episode number 3 of iZombie Season 1. Let's go. Something's gonna jump out, and there we go!
You're doing easy. What a what, jackass?
Wasn't expecting, you know,
hey, think that'd
someone
make a good shot?
good?
Serial killer, sneak a mutant, and he's got hermit crab hands. Then I'm about to have 3 million Instagram followers.
It's all about the views, people. Oh, his hand's gonna get...
I was a lot of things. A doctor, a fiance, a fan of Pilates. Now I'm only one thing. I'm a stomach. Hunger incarnate. When I'm hungry, I forget my
But you're
lunch
more
used to
than
be a
that.
prison.
You do
When
help.
the hunger's bad, I forget I used to be one too.
That's hot.
I may not think you're a murderer, but I think you're likely still the same drug-dealing knob who groped me on that boat.
Woo!
Oh, that's pretty clear.
Go Liv!
So it's every zombie for himself, huh?
Guess so.
Unless they give you a reason to trust. Yeah, which you haven't done a good job at showing,
wow,
buddy.
Look at you all cop-like. Nothing's going on.
Oh,
Wait a minute, okay? The money is coming. I swear to God, I'm gonna pay it all off. Just tell him the money's coming.
That's what they all say.
Well, that seems pretty damning.
Liv, I killed him. Hey, no, I'm not that good.
Up to the courts to decide if Gus Williams is innocent.
He is innocent. What more do you need than I saw somebody else commit the murder?
I need evidence.
Yeah, he can't really
can't go to the
take
courts
Liv's
and be
word on it,
witness.
to be fair,
You
because he
absolutely
didn't.
can.
Yeah.
You just don't want to. You'd rather send
There's
an
that.
innocent man to jail than rock the boat. Well, I'd rather sleep at night. That's impressive. Yet concerning. Hey, are you sure you're okay?
And that's this week.
Sure. Hello?
But like I
It's been
said,
almost 6 months since I called off my engagement to the man of my
downside,
dreams.
right, of
And now the
eating
day I've dreaded is here.
just the
He's
wrong
moving on.
minds.
I should really be feeling something.
We don't know for sure.
But we're both thinking it. If I went too long without eating brains, that'd be me.
Or maybe we can fix her.
Possibly, yeah. Oh, yeah, can you, like, yeah, with a piece of
Guessing
brain,
that
can
isn't
you
chicken noodle soup?
What if the deterioration
make it to be,
is
I
reversible?
guess,
I mean, what happens
yeah.
if a zombie this far gone gets to feed? Marcy, lunchtime.
I mean, yeah, you haven't done this before, so you may as well test out the theory.
Good luck, masters.
It all comes back to being called master, doesn't it?
Cimarron, 1931. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm horribly offended. Are you cool with me naming our trivia team Piggy in the Brain?
Somebody will be down in a few.
Wow.
Male daic fruit bats are
I don't owe me money. Now, you mind explaining to me why this is your freaking business?
Sorry about this. You must be Smitty.
Well, let me guess. You're Babineau.
and the winner with a perfect score is Piggy and
yes. Perfect score though. Not bad. Even if you had a little bit of assistance with the.
June 8th, the night he died, he came in here and asked for more time to pay.
Not your fiance, proving me wrong.
It has nothing to do with you.
No, but it does. It does.
She doesn't want to.
I get that you had to do what you think is right, but you could at least feel bad about it. You
Feeling
just
bad is having
massively
the wrong
derailed my career
person
and you
being
don't even
jailed.
care, do you? Don't.
Oh.
These brains I'm honored worst. This is Marion Evans' asphyxiation in a nursing home.
Oh.
But I feel duty-bound to remind you about Wally Walker. You eat her, no more Marvin visions. And whoever hired him to kill Wally likely gets away with it.
Yeah,
See, I know you're right, and I'll rally, but nothing.
Just gonna have to just wing this.
His brain scared the hell out of me.
Eddie, you know he didn't plan on leaving. Is there anything else about him to help me out? Like places he'd hang? Eddie's a skater. He'd go to Nitro's, the skate park near Hell.
He was a skater boy?
He started going less, though. Some scary dude hanging around. Eddie said people called him the Candyman because he was passing out.
Oh,
utopia
great.
Like there was
Not
jelly
creepy.
beans, if you were willing to follow him back to his child molester van or whatever. And we know that you paid cash for this car the day before the murder. The man who sold it to you, one Patrick Edward, saw your picture in the newspaper.
Oh
And
boy.
your DNA is in the car.
It's not looking good, buddy.
You gotta watch those.
Oh, that 78 Landau.
My client appeared here as
Just another example of my tireless work on behalf of the good people of Seattle. This arrest may get me elected mayor.
Wow. Wow.
How many days do you really think I'll spend behind bars? Be honest.
This guy, like, is on
I'll give
top
you a
of the
hint.
mountain here in terms of his own.
I'll have you out within the hour, Don.
Yeah. It's not phased whatsoever. He's like, you can't do
really
this shit to
talk?
me.
If we can't prove a connection, but
That's where it happened. It's a match.
all right, so here's the way he was before that. Professional hitmen don't do business over the phone. If he set up a meeting after the first call,
No
they can
new
meet
cars could have
Let's
that, like
check
a
it out.
recorded log of where they went.
The last thing I want to do is have
At least
another
not,
flood of psychopathic
you know,
thoughts
cars
bringing
in
out my
Britain
inner
at
bitch.
least, from my
But when Popeye
knowledge.
faces Pluto, out comes the spinach.
Excuse me.
Oh? 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 Oh?
You gave me a price, I met it. We're paid up.
Anybody gonna miss you when you're gone, son?
Gentlemen, can you take this elsewhere? Truck's coming through.
Oh.
Clive! And never do harm to anyone. You're a doctor, you should... Where are you going?
I'm looking for a big rock.
Liv, come on, just we do this biopsy.
It's this is what I'm talking about, though. This is the detrimental side effects to eating a brain. Oh, Ravi! Oh, Ravi! Gonna have to kill her. Oh, bloody hell! Oh boy! Oh boy! Yep, here we go. Oh, this is Ravi's first time of seeing her Hulk out as well.
You're all right. This brain, it's not who you are.
But it's all about that, what if it went on a bit longer? That moment I hesitated.
He needs us both.
Okay, I'm back. I'm recording this. I want to have a record of your ridiculous allegations when I sue you for harassment.
Fair enough.
Wow, what a
We wanted to
fucking
get rid
dick!
of Wally Walker, so it was garbage day. Remember?
Not so cocky now, are you? You little shit.
Peyton Charles, Assistant District Attorney. I'm authorized to offer you this one-time only plea deal.
I have to say, this is surprising. I never knew orange safety gear would be so flattering. I look positively rugged.
You were totally convincing.
Ravi, you're great.
Blue collar machismo.
I love how that
Thrilling.
got him
I
tripped,
almost glad the
though.
sanitation officer couldn't remember anything. So, how are you feeling?
Right thing. Gotta confront them at some point, otherwise the alternative is being a monster forever.
Whatever I feel won't be a fraction of what Marcy went through, alone in the dark. Marcy was real. Really feeling it doesn't make it stop. It just shows you you're still alive.
Not this monster, right?
Have you guys seen my friend?
Not feeling is it's terrible.
He's at a house party a few blocks from here. I'll walk you over if you like.
Yeah.
No, don't take it! Don't take it!
No, it's just me.
We'll have you to him in no time.
Thank you.
Oh shit. Well, he's a goner. Ah, bloody hell. You're kind of hoping, you know, his intentions are good. Like, maybe he has seen it. Maybe, you know, he's doing good service. We know what the shit this is all about with Blaine. So, yeah, but, you know, I really liked how this episode really went into the ramifications on eating someone's brain with the fact that Liv inherits these abilities, because you do run the risk of encountering someone who is pretty sick in terms of them being a killer, not feeling anything, being such a monster to the point where they make your stomach turn. Or you could, like, you know, just imagine eating, I don't know, Hannibal Lecter's brain, for example. That would be full. But this is the ramifications. And we know that Liv with the fact that she's in this fight against Marvin's mind and who she really is, it's breaking her, because not feeling anything is a horrible feeling. And there was that temptation to, you know, eat his brain again, because sometimes embracing the pain is just scary to confront. And I mean, the alternative is her being this way for until the point where being like Marvin, I guess, is just going to be embedded in her, if that makes sense, potentially. So, ooh. But I gotta say, I really loved them putting that Dickhead Don, that's what his nickname is gonna be, putting him away like that, because he was like, I'm so confident, and then once Ravi was set up to trigger some memories for him, perfect. Confidence shattered. Woo! So yeah, I did like exploring this kind of detrimental side in terms of Liv being able to acquire brains, because of the fact that it is a possibility that you could collect someone's brains who isn't really, you know, too pleasant, like Marvin. And it can really hamper who you truly are. And I think we saw that in a very, very great extent when we saw when we saw Marcy, which was one of Liv's former colleagues, how there was a lack of empathy there, and how she was just dolting rocks off her. And you have Ravi, who is so invested in helping out and furthering this, I guess, mission to see if there is a chance to fix those who've been converted into a zombie. And not just that though, but when he fell into the thing, it was just very, very concerning seeing Liv watch on and just be so indifferent in a sense. Like she was so absent, and it was really not just that though. But I think this is Ravi's first time in terms of seeing Liv just go plus ultra mode in terms of her zombification. So there is that on top of the fact that Liv is adopting that kind of unfeeling attitude. It's just really, really it's kind of sad, especially given the fact that he is trying, and the fact that he said it's okay, and came at Liv, who he knows is having a bit of a difficult time switching on the emotions at the minute. The fact that he came at her with such comfort, it's really, really nice. I'm really loving Ravi so much. Yeah, I really love, as I said with the first episode, I really love the kind of back and forthness that him and Liv have. But also, he's just a very, very delightful soul anyways, and is someone that is instantly lovable. So, yeah, like, especially during that situation, he was more so sympathizing with what Liv was going through, because he knows that this is not what Liv wants to feel, but she really doesn't have a choice in the situation that she's at the minute. So yeah, it's just really, like, it's just a really interesting contrast to I guess last week's episode, where you saw her confront Major, and she was, you know, feeling a bit you know, emotive and enthusiastic and whatnot. In this one, it's just that there is that heartlessness to her, and these are the side effects to eating, I guess, the wrong brains in a sense. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see as the show goes along, what other kind of, I guess, detrimental side effects she can pick up by eating someone's brain and whatnot. So because I do really love the concept of, okay, yes, it can be very helpful, and whilst it was in this episode, because of course we discovered not just was Marvin killed by that Don person, but he was also very, very he also, like, he was also very important in, you know, offing Wally. It's still, like, yeah, whereas that was very, very influential and, you know, necessary in terms of solving this week's crime of the week, it's also very, very, like, sad as well, like, especially when you've got all these connections, and yeah, like, you don't want that to impact you personality-wise, and you don't want to create I guess a concerning environment in a sense. So yeah, like, especially if you try your best to help out people and you have that emotionless stance because of well, it's not just that though, but whatever other I guess detrimental effects she can acquire. So yeah, like I said, you could, I mean, obviously there was a bit more of a sinister example with my Hannibal Lecter comment, but you could just imagine how, like, concerning that is, and it will be, like I said, very interesting to discover this down the line in more episodes of iZombie. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff to you know, discover that side, especially with her former colleague and whatnot, and we got a bit more of Blaine as well, like that person who was looking for his friend. Yeah, we now, like, that final shot was not good for him, because of the fact that we know that Blaine is going to string him up to be another one of the undead. So that's, you know, great. That's really, really great. So yeah, but yeah, I really, really loved how this, you know, story went along, especially, like I said, you had the hitman scenario, and the hitman got offed, and you had Don being a complete knob. Like, he had such a punchable attitude, like, his attitude and whatnot, the smugness, he was asking for a punch. And I think the first time he was in the interrogation room, like, I think with everything else that was going on with the episode as well, I think you were just waiting for the penny to drop for him. And like I said, the fact that Ravi dressed up as the garbage man to break him and to see if he would, like, if that smug ass attitude would be wiped off, it was a perfect plan. So I really liked that. So I really loved how getting him to getting him to confess, really, and give away the fact that he was involved with, well, not just Wally, but Marvin as well. Yeah, I felt like it was perfect with how that final bit was executed, especially since it wiped his smug ass attitude off. And of course, we had more Peyton and Liv, especially since Peyton was kind of involved, and she thought that Liv was sabotaging her in a sense. But it's all about that. Not, you know, you don't want, you want someone, you want the person responsible, yeah, you want the person responsible to get their just desserts, and here we are with Don. So yeah, but I really thought this was a pretty great episode, like I said, especially getting more Liv and Blaine, Liv just being done with Blaine's shit, and yeah, I'm really interested to see how that's going to get furthered, especially since I think he's kind of the last episode was pretty damning anyways in terms of, okay, this guy's going to be our antagonist and whatnot, but I think this episode kind of further things along, especially said, well, it's every zombie for themselves, and the fact that he is seemingly picking off people, and it's not just a, I guess, one-time occurrence. He's picking off people and turning them, so that's great. But I really loved the kind of message at the end as well with Liv, like she was tempted to eat Marvin, Marvin's mind again, just to kind of stop any opportunity for her to feel again. And in the end, she decided it's best to go, because this is it though, like if you keep at this, then it might become intertwined in, I just took my, that's great, but it can, I don't know, I just feel like it might run the risk of that personality being intertwined to what you really are, if that makes sense. Like, it becomes ingrained in a sense. So, and obviously you don't want that with Liv. So I just worry that if she continued eating away at Marvin's mind just to stop any kind of emotion, because, emotions like her looking at that video with Major, it can hurt at times, and obviously we don't want to go through that pain, but it is better to it is better to feel, and because the alternative is not feeling, and that's not really human, is it? So, and you had the contrasted Marvin, who was emotionless, who didn't have that humanity in him, compared to Liv, and how, she's a zombie, but she does have that humanity, and she doesn't want to, wash that away, because, pain can hurt, but it's what makes us human as well. So, so I really liked that message at the end from Liv, but it was a pretty neat episode, and this show is continuing to be more and more awesome, so I'm really loving my journey with iZombie at the minute. But pretty neat stuff with this episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!